Um, hey, again, it's me. Also, another thing I want to say, but I'm gonna just combine two things into one. First is, church is not supposed to be a place for people's image. It ain't supposed to be a place for people to get praised for their gift that they're using. Church is supposed to be a place where you use your gifts and your talents to uplift somebody else's spirit so they feel the presence of God telling them, it will be okay, it'll be alright, you can make it, I got you, keep going, keep your head up, keep your faith, and keep praying, everything gonna work out. Not a place where people wearing nice clothes, singing, teaching, and preaching and all that just to get a, oh, you did so good, you did so well, oh my goodness, that sounded really good. Church is not a museum for the saints, brother. It's a hospital for the sick. I don't know why people keep getting that confused. Church is not a museum for the saint. It's a hospital for the sick. That's what it's supposed to be. It's not a talent show or a lottery. Just want that to be said. Now, here's another situation that need to be addressed because I did it before, but YouTube keeps taking down my videos, so whatever. Anyway, just want to say this just so it makes some sense. And this is basically to the black community because we got a bad habit of doing this and it need to stop for real. It need to stop. Okay, here's the problem. You get mad because your son or your daughter's out here being fast, like your daughter's getting pregnant at a young age or your son's in jail or he's dead at a young age. Here's the problem with that. Y'all let TV raise your children and you too busy out there trying to make money to support your child who ain't really even your child. It's more like the TV's your child's parent while you don't even matter to them. But I would just say it like this here. If you want your child to still be a child, you're going to have to start raising them that way. And what I mean is, you want them to grow up productively. Give them a surrounding that shows them that. You know what I mean? As far as this whole thing about, oh, well, I was raised in the ghetto. I was raised off of welfare, food stamps, and Section 8 my whole life. That's just normal. That's just all I know. And that's just what's been working. Well, see, here's the problem. Just because that's all you know don't mean that's right. Like, your son and daughter is watching all the things that you do, and they ask you, why are we living this way? Why ain't we doing no better? Or why is your son dying? Why is your son in jail? Why is your daughter pregnant at a young age? And I'm going to just be honest with you. The reason for all that type of stuff is because your son's not taught how to be a man and express his emotions. And every time he tries to come to his parents, who either one ain't there and one is, or they both there, they're just toxic, or they're so busy trying to relive their teenage years that they forget they got children that they made together. Whether they separated or they're still together or whatever. But your son tries to come and tell you that he's feeling some type of way about something, and you tell him, get out my face with that, that soft, crybaby attitude. I don't want to hear that. Suck it up, you're black, deal with it. And you keep saying that, next thing you know, he outside angry at the world because his parents or his family won't listen to what he got to say. So now he's outside killing out of anger from people that wouldn't listen to him. And every time he's murdering somebody, the only thing he's thinking in his mind is, if they would have just listened, I wouldn't be out here in the first place. But since they don't want to, I'm going to kill and I'm going to do what I got to do to be heard. But one thing that black people don't hear, you don't hear very well. Just like your daughter. Watching TV, watching these woman celebrities, like basically TV's raising your kids while you're not even around. And if you want to know why your child or your children are acting the way they act, watch what they're watching and you'll see why. Stop letting your TV raise your kid and you're not. Stop having these broken, toxic homes or houses where your kids are growing up around all that, and then they see like, oh, is this really what we are, like, what we're about? Is this really what life is about? Then they ask you, like, where's my dad, where's my mama, what's going on? And you tell them, oh, this is all we know. Well, little newsflash to you, it's not working. Your kids are not getting any better. The toxic environment they live in ain't helping them get no better. Nothing is changing, and all you can tell them is this is what you're used to. This is all we know. Well, like I said, if your child's going to jail, if your child is dying, if your daughter keeps getting pregnant at a young age, it ain't working. Fix it. Stop making a reason why being less than human is cool. Stop making an excuse for why not trying to do better. Oh, this is how your grandmama lived. This is how your mama living. This is how I'm living. And this is all we know. Then your child get accustomed to that and they don't want to do no better. Well, put it to you this way. If you show them better, they do better. If you show yourself better, you do better. That's all I'm saying. Then you got your children trying to look up to these celebrities on TV, and a lot of these celebrities ain't even who they look like or who they are. They're trying to represent an image that they ain't even about because they're trying to persuade the person watching them to live that same way. And them celebrities ain't even who they really are. And your child's trying to portray an image of a celebrity who's trying to portray an image that they ain't even really living. That's all I'm trying to say. So y'all keep making up these excuses as to why your child is the way they are and why you are the way you are. It ain't working. So stop. Oh, I'm used to this. This is how I grew up. This is how all of our lives were. This is the only thing we know. Well, it's not working. If your child is still dying, going to the grave young, in jail, all this, that, and the third, couple of things you need to understand. Stop sleeping with people who don't care about you or you don't care about them. Then bringing a baby into the world, knowing neither one of y'all wanted it. Now the baby got to suffer because y'all too toxic and don't get along. Now your baby's going to be scarred because y'all two can't get along long enough to raise your baby. And now your baby's going to be a toxic person because no one taught them how to deal with life. That's all I'm trying to say. And if you wonder why your daughter pregnant at a young age, wonder what mama was doing. Wonder what daddy was doing. If your son's dead or in jail, where was the dad? Where was he? That's all I'm saying. Because this stuff about the black community not wanting to teach young black people how to talk about their feelings, then get mad when they outside murdering each other because no one wants to deal with the issues in the house. Everybody just want to sweep it under the rug like it ain't happening. Next thing you know, bop, bop, bop. Now he got to use his anger and a gun to get you to hear him. But by the time you done heard him, it's too late. Now he dead or in jail. Your daughter out here being pregnant by a random dude because she feel like she ain't loved, so she trying to find it in some dude in the street instead of home where it's supposed to be. Son ain't got a father, so he out there trying to find his father in a random dude on the street who probably don't care about him anyway. But because he's young and easily influenced, that person could just trick him into thinking, oh, I'll love you if you go sell my drugs or you go take my time in jail or whatever. So that's all I'm trying to say. Like I said, it's a vicious cycle and it needs to stop. All this is just what I'm used to. This is what I'm used to. You need to stop being used to it and change, man. Or if you don't change, the situation won't change. Peace.